Hey guys, PR75K here. So OnePlus 5 has finally released and we all know how great that phone is. But there's no such thing as a perfect phone and OnePlus 5 is no such exception to it. So in this video we'll be talking about 5 reasons why you shouldn't buy the OnePlus 5 because every phone has flaws. So before we get started with this video, I want to make something clear that there might be some points in this video in which you will agree with me. Or there might be points where you won't be agreeing with me, or you might not even agree with a single point in this video. We all have our own opinions, so I don't blame you if you don't agree with me at all in this video. So without any further ado, let's get started. I think I've probably used my OnePlus 2 for more than 2 years now. So before I go ahead and buy another OnePlus phone, I need to keep some things in mind. So the first thing is the battery life. Yes sir, the battery life really sucked in my OnePlus 2. But the story over here is a bit different for the OnePlus 5. So the battery, we all know about the dash charging feature which can give you a day's power in just 30 minutes. So that's a good point, but we're not talking about the good things over here. So if you go by the specs game, you can clearly see that OnePlus 3T had a bigger size battery than the OnePlus 5. So there was a certain drop in the battery. So we still can have a day's power, so what's the harm? But if you consider in that way, if we have a bit of extra battery, then it will of course last longer, so which is beneficial for us only. And one more thing is that it doesn't have wireless charging. Come on man, it's 2017 and almost every other flagship is wireless charging now except the iPhone. Forget it. So the wireless charging feature, does that matter to you? Well, it might not, just the way I said it in the start of this video. But it does matter for me. You know why? Because I'm a tech YouTuber. So I once got a sponsorship opportunity for some kind of wireless charger which I couldn't accept because neither me or any of my friends had a wireless charging phone. Sad life. So anyway, so battery life is of course an issue because I got terrible battery life with my OnePlus 2. So that shouldn't be the case for OnePlus 5, but still they shouldn't have decreased the size of the battery. The second point is the resolution. Right? I know in the world of 4K and 8K, it still has a 1080p display. Like, it's okay, we can't make the difference out of it. But still, 4K man, all the other flagships are having 4K. So we can expect a 4K display at the minimum of any of the flagship devices for the money we're paying. I know we're paying a bit less for the OnePlus because they're a new company and all. But still, 1080p isn't a future-proof display if you're thinking of using it for the next 3 years maybe. You can watch 4K videos on YouTube with ease, although the display is good enough, but it's just an argument which is gonna be continued, so I better not talk about it. And one more thing is that infinity display or the bezel-less display, which most of the flagships are considering nowadays. It had already started with the LG G6 and the Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus. Even Apple is trying to adopt it. So in MKBHD's review, he even told that according to The Verge, OnePlus wanted to make an infinity display kind of thing, but since they're a new company, they don't have the tech to do it. So that's a downside for them because infinity displays will be a thing now and everyone will be willing to experience infinity display. Well, the third point is not waterproof. Well, you might have thought this was coming. So waterproof matters a lot. So why waterproof matters? Can we just talk about it for a second? Because, for example, this is the best example I can give because I've faced it myself. If you're going to some water park or something or beach, so how cool will it be if you can take selfies in the underwater? Just like this one. The part above my phone is over the water and the part below is underwater. So we can take this kind of selfies if you have the capability of a waterproof phone. Okay, so the fourth point, it might be a bit controversial. So I'm just taking my hands up start. So anyways, let's just speak. OnePlus has adopted the same exact front camera from the OnePlus 3T, so there's no upgrade, so it will get outdated soon. So what's the harm? Well, that's not the only story over here. Even the back camera, you heard it right man, even the back camera, like you won't agree with me, I can bet, because you will tell me that you have seen other reviews, other YouTubers do it, other YouTubers who are bigger than me. So who am I to speak about that? So let me tell you for that. Because of the absence of OIS, the company tied up with DxO Labs to provide the best processing image algorithm. According to The Verge, the final output of the images of HDR and portrait mode are not that crisp, and they are even over processed and filmy. Though the camera hardware is borrowed from Sony IMX series, which seems to be quite capable, but it still really falls short due to the lack of OIS. Since a reputable website like The Verge is saying it, then there might be something which OnePlus 5 lacks in the camera. If you ask me personally, then I quite like the OnePlus 5 camera, but I'm just speaking the facts out here, so the OIS is a crucial drawback for the OnePlus 5. So point number 5, I bet that you've already thought this was coming. So what is it? The design, right? Since the leaks said that it is copied from iPhone 7 Plus, well, other than iPhone 7 Plus, it looks more like many other phones from, I think, Oppo R11. Not sure about the phone, but there was a phone by Oppo which was copied. So is this even a reason for it not to buy just because it's a copy of some other phone? If you ask me, I'll say no. But no one thinks about yourself, my dear. The society, right? The society. When I first saw the leaks of the OnePlus 5, then I already saw people commenting "Garibo ka iPhone," which in Hindi means the iPhone for the poor. So you know what the mentality of people is. You will just get blamed for that. Suppose you are having some problems with your phone and you just say that, "Hey man, this thing is not working." They'll instantly say, "Oh, or kharido garibo ka iPhone," buy the poor man's iPhone again. So whatever. So that's a very controversial part. But one more thing I want to point out, that they even copied the freaking camera app. Like, they didn't even leave the camera app even. Anyway, jokes apart, these were my 5 points. And I can already hear some of you commenting that OnePlus 5 is cheating benchmarks according to XDA forum and all. Yeah, OnePlus 5 has been heard to cheat the benchmarks. So I don't think that can be a big deal breaker, because the cheating of benchmarks, what OnePlus is actually doing is that, like of that of the OnePlus 3T. When you run these benchmark apps like AnTuTu benchmarks, Geekbench or whatever, so they just increase or boost the performance of your phone at just that point. So you get higher benchmark scores. So I don't think that can be counted as a reason for not to buy, because performance wise it's a very great phone. So I have nothing to say about that. Anyways guys, I can still see some of you commenting that why should I listen to you or whatever. It's your personal opinion, man. If you like this video, you can like it, else dislike, I have no problem. Anyway, if you think this video helped you in a certain way, then please consider subscribing to my channel, because it does help me a lot. If you have any problems regarding this or any other thing, then you can DM me on Instagram. I'll get back to you soon. Anyways, and I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, hasta la vista.